All right, guys, welcome to the Pitchfork podcast for April 25th, 2021. If you guys like the stream, hit like button, hit share button. Make sure you let other people know that I run the stream. And without further ado, we're going to get into the show. All right, guys, so we're going to have a full show to you today. We're going to be doing some general news and also some Bad Cop, No Donut, as always. So the transition to Bad Cop, No Donut and to holding the government more accountable on my channel, that was a nice transition. I really enjoy doing it. And I want to kind of just give you guys the live edits from this actual live show, and also just to basically just to edit parts of it down, and where I can, do some separate recordings on the side for some more in-depth videos. Like once a month, I want to drop like a mini doc, something that I want to do like a big deep dive on. And then for the rest of the month, I'm gonna try to at least daily give you guys at least one live edit or one live video, and not give you from several types of categories. But generally speaking, for the most part, it's gonna be holding the government accountable, and also Bad Cop, No Donut. Aside from that, I'm also gonna be doing some deep dives. At least once a month, you're gonna see a long form video from me. It's gonna be 15 minutes or longer, kind of like a mini documentary. So I do those kinds of videos so that I want to teach people something, something that I know, something that I do know about that maybe other people don't know about. So with that being said, guys, make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you tell other people about the stream. Make sure you tell other people that I exist, because without you guys, I don't exist. The YouTube algorithm has pushed me down, but that's why I've been working so hard to manipulate it. Do some manipulating, and there's nothing wrong or illegal about it. It's just it is what it is. Because whenever you become a content creator, you have to just take it where you can take it. Now, really, when it comes to me, it's not about popularity. To be perfectly honest with you, it's about spreading the message. Even if I'm not right about something, if I have the opportunity to just spread a message about something that I think that I'm completely right about, or something that I have actually confirmed, that's good enough for me. If I were into just making Patreon bucks, I've shown people that I can do that. All I would do is just do react videos to a bunch of silly stuff. I can do that kind of in-depth analysis where I can do that, but I don't do that. I want to give people something more. With that being said, guys, make sure you join Discord. The Discord is going to be linked in the chat. It's pinned in the top chat. All right, so let's get into live news stories. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to find my Bad Cop, No Donut stories. I'm going to type in officer placed on leave. Right. And then we're going to make sure we get that story, because that's the local story here. No, I think I'm going to leave that one alone. But what we're going to do is set it for past 24 hours. Now, as you can see, it's quite easy to find what you're looking for, because, if you look at the stories that I cover, they're never more than a day old most times when I cover them. So I'm going to open up some of these. And let you guys know, I'll be doing these shows pretty regularly. I'll try to do them every day, but there's some days where I might not make it. And if I don't make it to get the show starts, what I'll do is I'll give you guys extra videos on those days. But I'm going to cover several news stories, man. Several of them. There's quite a bit of stories here. All right, so there is an arrest here that I won't discuss. This is not going to be a Bad Cop, No Donut, but this is going to be an insane arrest. I want to cover this because it's something that just man, it's it's something that I think if you ever had a kid, man, it should just disturb you. So we're gonna get into this story here. We're gonna get into the live edit. Let's get it going. All right, this is from Yahoo News. Kokomo teacher placed on leave following Friday arrest. Wow. So we're gonna see what this arrest is for. I've heard some things about this story. Let me tell you, this story is pretty insane. This story is pretty insane because of what this teacher is standing accused of. April 25th, Kokomo School Corporation officials say at Elwood Haynes Elementary School kindergarten teacher. April 25th, Kokomo School Corporation officials say an Elwood Haynes Elementary School kindergarten teacher has been placed on leave following his arrest Friday for possession of child pornography. Wow. Brian Lee Jakes, 49, is now facing four felony counts of child exploitation and 9 level 5 felony counts of possession of child pornography for his role in the investigation that began in February. I should actually say he's facing 4 level 4 felony counts of child exploitation. So he's facing 4 level 4s and 9 level 5s. That, yeah, if he's convicted, he's going down. He's never getting out. In a statement written by KSC and emailed to the In a statement written by KSC in an email to the Tribune on Saturday afternoon, Director of Communications Dave Barnes noted that school officials are cooperating with law enforcement concerning the investigation into Jakes, though the statement never mentions the defendant directly by name. No further comment or information can be provided by Kokomo School Corporation officials since this is an active investigation in a personnel matter, the release stated in part. Kokomo School Corporation officials encourage anyone with additional information concerning this situation to contact Kokomo School Corporation officials. Kokomo School Corporation, that's a crazy name for a school district or school or anything. Officials encourage anyone with additional information concerning this situation to contact the Kokomo Police Department. That is wild. That is wild. The news of Jakes' arrest caused a firestorm across social media on Friday, with many concerned parents admitting that they were never notified by school officials of the investigation or that Jakes was even at the center of it in the first place. This is my son's teacher, and I'm floored that I only saw this because of a fellow student's mother in another class shared this Tribune article with me. One mother commented on the Tribune's Facebook page, "I'm absolutely sick to my stomach right now and have no clue what to do." Wow. Another concerned parent called herself livid, stating that she wished the investigation surrounding Jakes would have been publicly addressed by school officials before Friday. Jakes' charges stem from a joint investigation that began back in February between local law enforcement and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, a KPD media release on Friday afternoon indicated. On April 13th, investigators obtained a search warrant for Jakes' residence in the 1300 block of Arundel Drive. The police noted in the release that they seized several digital devices during that search. So they're seizing it, and I'm telling you, man, I think boy is going down, because you're talking about 4 level 4 counts and 9 level. Wow. You realize any one of those, man, that's at the very least, it's gonna be very tough to find a freaking job. But all of those together, you're never getting out, brother. If he gets hit with every last one of those, the judge is gonna throw a book at him when it comes to sentencing. No questions asked. However, investigators stated that they do not believe any of the photos or videos seized by authorities contain any local children, the release stated. On April 19th, Jakes was reported to police as a missing person, but was eventually located on a farm near 1200 West and 100 South. At some point, Jakes had sustained self-inflicted injuries and was transported to the Indianapolis hospital for further evaluation and treatment. He was officially arrested after being medically released sometime on Friday and is currently being held on $20,000 cash bond at the Howard County Jail. His next hearing is scheduled for later this month in Howard Superior Court 4. Wow. So Brian Lee Jakes, man, I think you're going down, brother, and you deserve it. You're disgusting. Listen, you don't face this many counts and you didn't do it. Nah. So he's about to go to prison, and good riddance. Incredible. All right, so that's one story done. I got to do a little bit of editing, but I do some editing to cut out like all the freaking stuttering and what I got to repeat myself. So it's a nice tool to have. So I don't have to worry about dealing with a whole bunch of nonsense. But I am going to give you guys another story that I think was interesting. This was going to be a bad cop, no donut. All right, this is going to be coming from Slate, so we're going to go ahead and record this. But before we record it, guys, 420 smoking people got him. 420 smoking people got him. I am a content creator who smokes cannabis on camera because it's 2021, and guess what? That's pretty normal now. So, and it also keeps my fuel going throughout these videos because without it, some of these videos would make me very, very angry. Some of these live edits make me very, very angry. A lot of these stories that I would cover make me very, very angry. So, it's a way of keeping the woosah, you know what I mean? Do you know what the woosah is? Woosah, it's when you calm yourself down. Remember, it's Martin Lawrence who first came up with that joke. I think it's Martin Lawrence, or was it Will Smith and Bad Boys? Yeah, they were the ones who first came up with that joke. Woosah. I think it was Martin Lawrence's character who was seeing a psychiatrist or something, a psychologist, I think. Yes, sorry, I'm not thinking straight. Psychologist, and she's a therapist, and she was teaching him woosah. No, that wasn't Martin Lawrence. That was Will Smith's character, Mike Lowry, because he was having sex with his therapist. I think they both had the same therapist, and Mike Lowry, he slept with her. So, but yeah, it's this strain is called Animal Face. In case you guys want to know, Animal Face is a very nice strain. It's top shelf as hell. It is absolutely top shelf. Give me a second. All right. So, 420 smoking if you got him. 420 smoking if you got him. This is going to be an interesting story, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so this story is coming from Slate. Police officers killed 6 people in 24 hours after Chauvin's verdict. That, unbelievable. You would think that as police officers are watching this man being put on trial, that would be a cue for them to behave themselves and not behave like the pigs that we know them to be. But unfortunately, in this country, there is no such thing as a good cop. But unfortunately, in this country, there's just no such thing as a good cop. Good cops are non-existent. Good cops don't really exist in this country. What we have are road pirates. What we have are murderers. What we have are murder pigs. We don't have justice. We have murder pigs. That is the state of the modern day police officer. And so when you criticize police officers, they don't understand the reason why you're coming at them. Well, now all officers are bad. That's not the point. The point is that not all officers are bad, but the ones that are don't get told on a lot. Well, see, it's politics. Oh, so now you're making fucking excuses. Then all cops are fucking bastards then. That's the one thing that I'm sick of hearing from goddamn cops. The one thing that I'm sick of hearing is fucking excuses. Stop making fucking excuses. The more excuses you fucking make, the more I fucking hate you. The more I want to hear you fucking squeal. Wah! Like the goddamn pigs you are. So this is from Slate. We gonna get into it. The guilty verdict in the murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin shone a spotlight on killings by law enforcement officers, but the vast majority of police killings across the United States go largely unnoticed. To exemplify that fact, the Associated Press details how at least 6 people died at the hands of the police in the 24 hours after a verdict was reached in the Chauvin trial. Some of those deaths led to even more calls for accountability, while others have remained so under the radar. Some of those deaths led to even more calls for accountability, while others have remained so under the radar that the name of the person who was killed isn't even known. In several cases, little is known about the lives of those killed and what happened in their final moments, notes the Associated Press. Shortly before the Chauvin verdict was read, Officer Nicholas Reardon in Columbus, Ohio, killed Ma'Khia Bryant, a 16-year-old black girl. Authorities say Reardon opened fire to protect a girl that Bryant had lunged at with a knife. Body cam footage of the incident was released, and the death led to protests in Columbus, with many wondering why the officer immediately didn't hesitate to open fire on such a young girl. Even the White House commented on the killing. The killing of 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant by the Columbus police is tragic, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki told reporters Wednesday. She was a child. In contrast to the president of the National Fraternal Order of the Police, who said that the officer's actions were an act of heroism. An act of heroism. She's the one who called the police, you piece of shit. Wow. So originally I was going to put out a video and say, you know, we have to be understanding with the whole thing, Ma'Khia Bryant. No, fuck that. She did not deserve to goddamn die. And the cop who killed her deserves goddamn prison or a goddamn execution. Public state execution. Locked up in goddamn prison, right? Tried and convicted. If they got a fucking death penalty in that state, kill his ass. That's what I say. In San Antonio, Texas, 2 men were killed in separate incidents. First, 2 police officers confronted a man on a bus who was allegedly armed. Shots were fired. The man, who remains unidentified, was killed. Later in the day, police were met with fire while responding to a call that a man had killed a person. They returned fire and killed a suspect who also hasn't been identified. In the same evening, a 31-year-old man in Worcester, Massachusetts, called 911 claiming he had a bomb and would set it off. Law enforcement officers tried to negotiate with Fet Gonvanyong, who was wearing body armor and appeared to have a rifle. An officer opened fire when Gonvanyong moved toward police. The next morning, police in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, killed Andrew Brown Jr. while they were trying to serve an arrest warrant. No. That wasn't just an arrest warrant. It was a drug-related warrant because he sold drugs even though the government shut down the fucking economy and also caused so many people to lose their businesses and become unemployed just like George Floyd did. You know, but again, it's just a fucking arrest warrant. No, it's not just a fucking arrest warrant. It's a goddamn drug war. It's the bullshit goddamn drug war. That's the problem here. A witness said police shot Brown while he was trying to drive away. 7 deputies have been placed on leave amid protests demanding that authorities release body cam footage. Governor Roy Cooper has also called for the body cam footage to be released as quickly as possible. Also on Wednesday, police in Escondido, California, killed a white man, bootlickers, a white man, white terrorist, a white man, white racist, a white man, MAGA, a white man, Trump supporters, a white man, Republicans, a white man, bootlickers, a white man, bootlickers who are racist, who are pretty much all fucking bootlickers, a white man who, according to police, charged an officer with a metal pole so you shoot someone. A metal fucking pole so you shoot someone. Officers had unbelievable. Officers had arrived at the area after a call that a man was hitting cars with a metal object. The man hasn't been identified, but he was a homeless man who was well known to police and had been arrested 188 times since 2002. There had reportedly been numerous attempts to get him help from mental health professionals, but they were never successful, according to authorities. Here's someone the police are saying was very well known to have mental health issues and was rotating through the system many times and never got the help he needed. Homeless advocate Michael McConnell told the San Diego Union Tribune, "He's dead because our system failed him, plain and simple. It remains to be seen whether any of the officers involved in these killings will face charges," notes the AP. Yeah, they're not going to face charges because all cops are bastards, and bastards don't face charges. Corrupt pigs, corrupt fucking road pirates, corrupt executioners with a fucking badge. We will never see justice in our goddamn lifetime. We will never see that shit. Like I said during my coverage of the Chauvin verdict when I freaking live streamed it. If you're black, the best you can hope for is fucking revenge. If you're black, the best you can hope for is fucking revenge. And that's facts. That's facts. You know, people come at me sideways all the time. You know. But, you know, I speak the truth, you know. I speak the truth. I ain't gonna sit here and just lie to make somebody feel good, you know. I'm not gonna give into you little, you know, white fragility, you know, or black cooning. It's not just white people that are a problem, you know. There's a whole lot of people who are a problem in this country. It ain't just white people, you know. Let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. You know, I look at police violence, and it makes me realize that a lot of people who are claiming that they were just opposing me and they're opposing Black Lives Matter, they're just opposing some of these things, and they were just trying to offer a different perspective, or they just truly believe, right, that certain things didn't unfold the way the media said it, or the way that certain groups said it. I believed those people for a long time when they said that they weren't racist. I believed them. I tried to believe them. So, from now on, I don't want to hear nobody else lecture me. Right? When it comes to me talking about, you know, police violence. There's a lot of things that you guys should hear about, and there's some video here for the next story that is pretty intense. So we're going to cover this next story. We're going to get into it. All right, so let's go over to the live scene real quick. All right, so this is going to be wild. So here we go. So this story is pretty crazy. This story is pretty crazy. All right, I got another bad cop, no donut for you. This is from KMOV4. An unarmed man was shot by a Virginia deputy while on the phone with 911. Unarmed man while on the phone with 911. Hey, deputy, I think you're misunderstanding the purpose of 911. People call there for help. They're not calling there so they can volunteer to become a fucking silhouette target. Okay. All right. So that's That is quite remarkable. That's quite exceptional. CNN, an unarmed man was shot by a Virginia sheriff's deputy while on the phone with a 911 dispatcher, according to authorities in a 911 audio release Friday. Isaiah Brown, 32, was taken to a local hospital after the shooting early Wednesday with serious but non-life-threatening injuries, according to the statements from the Virginia State Police, which said its Bureau of Criminal Investigations Culpeper Field Office police shooting investigation team was investigating at the request of the Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office. That's one hell of a name, man. Bureau of Criminal Investigations Culpeper Field Office police shooting investigation team. God damn, that's a hell of a name. The body camera video and 911 audio were released late Friday after the sheriff's office said Brown's family had reviewed both at the invitation of the sheriff's office and a special prosecutor in the case, the Fredericksburg's Commonwealth's attorney. So basically, this is going to be a part of Fredericksburg in Virginia. I used to know somebody there. That's why I'm very aware of that. After viewing the Spotsylvania County Sheriff's deputy's body cam video and listening to the 911 call, it is evident that the tragic shooting of Isaiah Brown was completely avoidable. David Haynes, an attorney of Brown's family, said in a statement. He said Brown was on the phone with 911 at the time of the shooting, and the officer mistook a cordless house phone for a gun. Wait a minute. He mistook a cordless house phone for a gun. All right, listen. We gotta look this up, man. I had a meme for this, right? Objects, officers, mistake for guns. We gotta look this up. This is a brand new one, right? This is a brand new one. So we gonna just look through Google Images, right? So you got Pat Robinson here. He looking, you know, he basically went at cops because they couldn't tell the difference between a fucking gun and a damn taser. But let me see. Yeah, the Guardian has an article on this. Yeah. So yeah, they even show some pictures here. They kind of made some clay stuff here. This is someone did some art here. So glasses, wooden ladle, a bone, wallet, phone, a wrench, a hairbrush, a feather duster, a hammer. I mean, you see all the objects here. Someone actually made some art out of this. Someone, again, this is not a gun. The objects police mistook for weapons before shooting. Look, glasses. So now a cordless fucking house phone. This is a new one on for bad cop no donut. I've never heard of a cordless house phone, right? Being a goddamn gun. This is a new one for me. Right. A spokesperson for the Virginia State Police told CNN Brown was unarmed at the time of the shooting. The deputy in question made multiple basic policing errors and violated established protocols, Haynes said. The deputy was situated nearly 50 feet from Isaiah, was never threatened, and should not have discharged his weapon. The shooting of Brown, who is black, comes at a time when law enforcement agencies are under increased scrutiny following high-profile fatal shootings of black people, including a 16-year-old named Micaiah Bryant in Columbus, Ohio, and Andrew Brown Jr. in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. The deputy, who has not been named, has been placed on administrative leave according to the sheriff's office policy. Sheriff Roger Harris said in a video statement released alongside the body camera footage and 911 audio. So it is just, this man was shot. It doesn't even matter the fucking backstory. None of that shit matters. The man was shot when he was unarmed, right? When he was unarmed, and all he had in his hand was a cordless house phone. How do you justify that? But I guarantee you a bootlicker out there is going to. Because bootlickers are going to bootlick. Especially when there's a black person that's involved. They really let the bootlick then. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next story because I want to cover this next story real quick. All right, this is gonna be beautiful. Let's get into it. All right, this bad cop donut comes from WGNO ABC in Louisiana. 4 Angola officers arrested due to alleged use of excessive force. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. West Feliciana, Parish Sheriff's deputies booked 4 Louisiana State Penitentiary Corrections officers Monday with malfeasance in office for their part in the alleged abuse use of excessive force on an inmate and for the alleged cover-up. The alleged incident occurred on April 9th at the prison while the inmate was being moved to a disciplinary unit while in the custody of Major Carla Williams, Captain Enrico George, Captain Roy J. Favor III, and Master Sergeant Jeffrey Hall. While receiving treatment for his minor injuries, the inmate notified medical staff of what happened, and medical staff alerted Louisiana State Penitentiary's Investigations Division. Prison investigators immediately notified the West Feliciana Parish Sheriff's Office and the FBI and placed these corrections officers on administrative leave. More charges are pending. So it's not just the police officers who are being held to accountable. You know, it is not just them. It's also the corrections officers, and I'm glad to see it. Even behind bars, some pigs can oink. All right, that's gonna be a minute or less when I edit that one down. That's gonna be good. So that's gonna be the second video I do for a day. So anyway, that's gonna be it for the show, guys. Hey guys, be safe today. Horns up, peace out. Wear a mask, don't get COVID.